drops at the end of the year. No, just because there's a lot of tags going on right now, and Jocelyn was like, I like a tag. Let's do these videos. And Diana never tells me no.
So this is the last video on day 2 of recording.
Is everybody excited about seeing the same shirt combo all the time?
We're a little loopy.
A little tired, but we did eat. There was some lentil curry for dinner tonight.
Well, I ate. I don't know about you.
Listen, I finished lunch at 3. I will have dinner when we're done recording because I'm getting kind of hungry now. I had a cup of that mix. Okay. Where were we? We're doing Canadian tags. 1 visit later. So, I do most of the social media watching, and this is an important part of the story because I have a problem saying no. So when Debbie from the Canadian Crocheter did the 20 tag question, which has been floating around in the crafting community, I thought it was delightful. It's like those random 20 things you don't know about you see on Facebook all the time. Do you want to be really old school? When you used to do Facebook notes,
ooh,
and you did the questions on there, that is how long I've been on Facebook, people.
Did you know you can still write Facebook notes?
Yeah.
I have no idea how, but I've seen people post them.
I know. I miss Facebook notes. So, a nostalgia moment right there for me. Also, really old I am. That's fine. I'm okay with it. So I was like, yeah, random 20 questions. Let's do it. Because I do them on Facebook when I see them and people are like, hey, post, like copy and paste and post. I do them. You see me do them all the time. They're just amusing little things. Because I get once people are like, do you have tattoos? And I'm like, yep. What's your favorite drink? I'm always like, at this point, should I answer? Because, I mean, if you guys aren't looking at me and saying ginger ale, we do not know each other well enough. So I was excited by the idea, and Debbie sort of left it open. She tagged a couple people, and there's like, if you wanted to do it, go ahead and join in. So we're joining. Diana wrote down the questions, so we're going to go because I left them on my phone, and that's what we record on.
All right. Shall we begin with question the first?
Let's do.
Question the first was something to the effect of, what does your name mean? I wrote down 2 words for each of the questions because I don't want to copy the whole thing. I wrote down name meaning.
I read the whole question out.
I wasn't going to write the entire question. What does your name mean, I believe was how it was worded.
Yes, what does your name mean?
What does your name mean?
Well, I don't know what Jocelyn means, but I do know it was a traditionally French male name for a long period of time. And I know my last name means fork in the middle of the river. Fork in the middle of a river.
So what, you're a French man standing in the fork of a river?
Yes, I'm a French man standing in the fork of a river. I've never actually looked up, like I do know what my middle name means, because my middle name is actually fossilized tree sap, because it's amber. Yeah, so like I know the root significance to it, but I don't know like the sort of, you know, means angel and caring. Like I don't know those ones, because I was never really interested.
All right.
Though I do have a book on the secret meaning of names, which you should totally read, because it is absolutely delightful, because it does like personality quirks and stuff too.
Okay.
So I have a certificate.
Skeptical of those.
I have a certificate on how to read and create birth charts, astrological charts, and how to do all those readings.
Highly skeptical of those, but
highly
fun.
I also know how to read tarot cards. I have weird skills, guys. Weird skills. Do you know what your name means?
Yeah, so Diana is the Roman goddess of the moon and the hunt, and I think fertility as well. The Greek counterpart is Artemis, which is why most places on the internet I am known as Artemis, because it seemed like a fun alter ego thing. I was not named for the princess or Wonder Woman or anything like that. It was just a name that my mom liked that nobody else in the family had. We had a whole lot of like Irenes and Kathys and Elizabeths, but absolutely nothing remotely similar to Diana. So
I was almost a Megan.
Ooh. I was almost an Elaine.
Oh, Elaine's a good one.
Yeah, Elaine's not bad.
Yeah.
And then my last name carrier is maybe Irish. We don't really know about the family history.
Oh, mine's Scottish.
Yeah,
I have a clan name.
Oh.
I even have a clan tartan, people.
Yeah, maybe Irish, maybe. Yeah, that's all I got about my name. I don't know nothing about my last name.
That's fair.
But my first name makes me a goddess, so that's okay.
Oh, jeez.
I also don't know anything about my middle name, which is Lynn. It's not that interesting.
I like having Amber as a middle name. Also convenient when my dad was buying me presents. Because if he's somewhere traveling and he's buying presents, like when they went through Banff one year, they bought me amber earrings.
Yeah.
It's a no-brainer present thing for me. I still love getting amber, so.
Well, amber is pretty.
Expensive. Expensive. But I'm at the point now where I think I'm going to start saving and getting myself some of the larger amber necklace pendants.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's going to be a lot of money. But I also have like freshwater pearls. Like I've got other things that are quite expensive in my jewelry. I have an antique 19th century jewelry collection that we've had appraised. I got some expensive stuff, guys. And I already told my mom when she passes, which she's not allowed to do yet, that I get her pearls. I've made it perfectly clear. I want it written down. They're mine. My mom's like, no one else wants them. I'm like, I don't care.
Just in case.
Just in case. Well, my mom's got a beautiful choker necklace set in chocolate pearls. So they're all brown shades of chocolate. Because my dad bought them because mom already has white pearls. So he bought her the other ones, which weren't the black pearls. So she didn't want those. She wanted the chocolate brown ones. They're so pretty. I'm like, I want these. Mom's like, yeah, I'm not dead yet. I'm like, it's fine. I can wait. Just saying they're mine when you're done with them. They're so nice. They're gonna look so good against all of my white clothing. All of my white clothing. All right, question 2.
Question 2, where are you from?
That's more complicated because where you're from is like where you self-identify from.
Yeah.
Rather than like where you're born, which is a question coming up. So when people ask me where I'm from, I say I'm from Iqaluit. It's the capital city of Nunavut. Because for me, that's home. Like that's where a lot of my cultural identity comes from. It's a lot of the weird idiosyncrasies I have. What's normal to me isn't normal down here. So I don't quite get some stuff. Which is fine. I don't mind. But people ask me where I'm from. Like that's in my mind. That's the first thought I have. I usually don't say it out loud, but it's the first thought I have. Yeah.
So when I'm traveling and people ask me where I'm from,
where I from?
Where I from?
Nice.
Sorry,
English.
I got fiber stuck in my face. Trying to eat fiber again. When I'm traveling and people ask where I am from, I say Winnipeg, and they still don't know where that is. So I say, you know where North Dakota is? Go north about 4 hours. And then they kind of sort of know where that is, and then they ask if it's near Toronto, and
the answer to that is no.
Yeah. But for people around here, I am from Stonewall.
That makes sense. I know where Stonewall is.
It's a small town 20 minutes north of the city.
I think I have family buried in Stonewall. Yes, I do.
Yep.
Different last name, though. It's my mom's side of the family.
Stunning number of people have connections to Stonewall.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Mind you, when I'm traveling, people ask me where I'm from, and I'm in Canada, I say Manitoba. And if I'm out of Canada, I just say I'm Canadian. Because you don't know. And that's fine. I'm not offended. I'm not gonna likely know where their tiny town or their medium. Yeah. I can't even terribly accurately do capital cities for most countries. If I know where your country is, I know I'm doing good. So I super don't expect anything else from everybody else. That's crazy talk.
I can't do about half of the states, never mind their capital cities. Just like whole states. I
just
don't know where they are.
Most of the states. I tend to get the Midwest a little jumbled.
I have like the outline and a couple of other ones where I happen to know people.
I got some of them. I'd say I'm confident I could do about half the United States. I could probably place correctly. Could not name their capital cities though. I couldn't do it.
I can probably do the state or the capital city, not both.
Oh no, I could do the state but not the capital city.
Anyway, that was where we were from. Where were you born?
I was born in Brandon, Manitoba. I lived in a farm just outside of Brandon. My parents had me in Brandon General.
I was born here in Winnipeg, Grace Hospital.
There you
go. Question number 4. What would your parents have named you if you were a boy?
No idea.
David.
Never thought to ask. All I know is I was this close to being a Megan. Because my mom couldn't decide between Megan and Jocelyn, and then she decided randomly Jocelyn. I think she was still kind of drugged. She got laughing gas because I was a C-section baby. So mom was really happy. I had sugar water for the first couple hours. And my grandma, right up to when she died, was positive my mom had named me after her. Mom said no, it was just naming a baby book she liked. That's fine. I'm a much better Jocelyn. Megan doesn't really suit my personality that much, so I'd be a weird Megan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. David for me. I was a boy.
And no idea. I've never thought to ask what they'd name me if I was a boy, because my mom probably would have gone, I don't know. Not Ian. It's my dad's name. Yeah.
All right. Question number 5. What is your biggest accomplishment?
Oh, it sounds so heartwarming when I say it, but I don't think of it that way. Does that make sense? It's more like the biggest challenge I've ever had to do. And I did it. Darn it. When I started going to university, which was in my late 20s, it was in my late 20s, so it wasn't until I moved here, so it was like mid-late 20s. I was able to drive, and all I needed was classes for farsighted and like, because I have a nearsight and then a slight astigmatism, and then over the span of 4 years when I was doing my, very elaborate, very heavy workload for my very fancy piece of paper, I went from being able to drive to not being able to drive and needing a cane. That is how fast and how quickly my vision faded. So that's my accomplishment. I got a degree while going from sighted to legally blind. Well, pretty much to legally blind.
That's an accomplishment.
That's a thing. It got annoying the last couple of years, because then I had to arrange to get to campus early in the morning. Because I liked 8:30 a.m. courses. I liked being done at noon.
I get that, but still, that's
Class,
early.
done at noon, have my brunch, do my studying. By the time everybody else is pulling out of class at the end of the day, I was on the bus home. I never had a packed bus.
See, I had a set of classes that I had to take, so I was in class off and on from 8:30 in the morning till 6:30 at night.
Oh yeah, well if you had scheduled courses or labs or stuff, you kind of get
labs.
stuck. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't as stuck because I didn't have any labs, so.
Yeah.
Or specifically, I did intro to psychology, and you could book your appointments to go in to be a subject of study.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Booked them in the morning. Or super early in the afternoon.
Yep.
Yeah. Worked for me.
Right.
What's yours, my dear?
The best thing that
Sorry,
I could...
would you like to have gone first for that one?
The biggest thing that I could come up with is probably not even like my biggest life accomplishment. This is like the coolest thing that I did this year. Somebody said some nice things about me on a Slack channel at work, and so I took a screenshot.
It sounds... Guys, she did her very first team management group thing. She ran a team for a couple of days.
I did. I managed a project for 48
huge.
Hours. And
That's
apparently
huge.
I did a really good job of it because somebody gave me a glowing review.
Good.
So we have these hack days at work, and so I had this idea to make a little extension for Chrome that would generate text, like generate alt text for the images and then read it to you for like an accessibility thing.
Which, by the way, can we have that?
No, you don't want the one we wrote because it was really bad, but
it's a hot
really
mess.
funny. Oh, it was such a hot mess. Like it would, like, this is a goat. This is an ungulate. This is a quadruped. It is green. It's not good, but it worked, which was the important thing. And so I had like, it was a team of 5 or 6 people, and I apparently managed them really, really well because we had a working thing and a kick-ass demo, and I got a glowing review out of it. So
Perfect. Perfect.
that's my big accomplishment for, I don't know about life, but certainly for the year.
That sounds like a wonderful accomplishment.
Definitely a career accomplishment.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm gonna go, that's my biggest career accomplishment.
That's a
right
good
there.
career accomplishment. I agree.
I managed a project for 2 days. Question 6. What is your eye color?
Oh, green.
Blue.
Technically hazel.
I think it's blue anyway. My driver's license says blue.
Like I told you.
That's what they told. That's what I told them, and that's what they wrote down.
Technically they're hazel. So I've got flecks of brown and gold and green in my eye. Which is hilarious if you think about it, because I have light colored hazel green eyes. My sister has stormy blue gray eyes, and both of my parents have dark brown eyes.
How does that work?
Genetics is fun.
Cool.
My sister and I were both born blue-eyed blondes. My mom's Native American, and my dad's got dark brown hair and dark brown eyeballs.
Where'd that come from?
Genetics is fun.
Cool.
Mom got really really excited when our hair darkened. She even got even more excited when we got old enough we started dyeing it even darker. We're just like, we're done with these questions. We're done. If you ever wonder where those blonde highlights come from, that's that's where they're coming from for me. Cool, I guess.
What is your favorite candle scent?
Oh, hands down, yeah, vanilla.
It's a solid scent.
It's my favorite. Just across the board, it's my favorite. Not sweet vanilla. Like the woodsy guy vanilla.
There's guy vanilla?
Yes, there's a couple of vanilla colognes that men will wear, and they don't have that sugary frosted vanilla scent to them.
Oh, okay.
Because I hate the sugary frosted vanilla because it just. Ugh,
okay, so it has to be the right vanilla.
It has to be like a vanilla you'd pair with like a sandalwood or a cedar or like
okay.
Yeah, like a nice.
Okay.
An actual
one,
vanilla, not frosted icing vanilla.
The one that's more of a almost florally, almost kinda.
Close. It's one you would pair with a spice scent rather than pairing with like a jasmine or something. Yeah.
My favorite candle scents are, and they're fairly similar. It's the Coal and Canary candles, cable knit scarf, and chunky knit sweater. They both smell like different kinds of baking.
They do.
Those are my favorites. Also, they're knitting themed.
Well, you've seen my preference. Vanilla, 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 vanilla.
Yeah, I think these ones are vanilla based.
Vanilla.
We like vanilla.
That's fine. It's a good scent.
Can you cook? Question 8.
I'm allergic to corn. I can bake just about anything from scratch at this point, people. Just
short answer,
anything.
yes. Yes, we both cook. We both cook well.
Long answer, oh yes. Abso-freaking-lutely. For fun, we experiment with cuisine from different parts of the world.
Uh-huh.
Because we can.
I make fresh noodles sometimes.
You gotta try a traditional Japanese breakfast.
I do need to do that.
So good. We'll do it once the husband moves to Waterloo, because it also comes with a miso broth soup, like on the side sometimes with seaweed in it.
Okay.
So we could do that one weekend morning.
That sounds delicious.
Because then we don't have to worry about his seafood issues.
Which we still haven't fully identified, because it's not seafood.
No.
And it's not seaweed.
But it's
and
something.
It's not miso.
It's something.
But it's something that is sometimes in some of those things.
Yeah. So it's going to be an additive ingredient in there somewhere. But I mean, eventually we'll figure it out and then he'll be good to go. But until then, let's just play it safe.
That's fair.
Also, I don't think either of the brothers are overly fond of fish.
Probably not.
Probably not. I am.
I like fish.
So we'll eat fish together.
Okay.
Segue. We'll Instagram that.
I'm baking like at least 4 loaves of bread tomorrow night. So
I only have to do my regular weekly baking loaves tomorrow. So I mean, you're not alone, but I'll be doing that in the afternoon. So
I've got a work potluck, the knit club on Friday, and then if there's any bread left over, I'll take it out for cookie decorating.
Good plan.
And then I have to bake yet more bread for Christmas.
Yes, you do. Crazy lady. Next question.
Question 9. What is good in your life right now?
What is good in your life right now, Diana?
It's Christmas. Everything's good. Everybody's making plans to see each other and go out and do things. There's all the baking. There's so much baking.
Low-hanging fruit. Low-hanging fruit.
Is out. Okay. I'm almost done a sweater for the first time in my life.
There you go.
There we go. There's a thing.
There's a thing.
There's a thing. I had a really smart idea at work today, and even our most senior dev said that it was a really smart idea.
Good.
That was a good thing in my life.
Life's good.
Yeah.
Life's good.
I drank apple cider yesterday, and I didn't regret it. I didn't get sick. That was a good thing in my life.
There you go. My cat. Who is a constant delight and constant annoyance in my life. She keeps me honest, guys. And constantly stares at me while I'm showering going, there's water on the inside of there, what are you doing?
Are you drowning?
Get out, you're wet! Yeah, I can see her opening and closing her, but I can't hear her over the shower. She also sometimes gets up on the screen door and does, Cat, she's a delight and joy. Just 2 years of watching her grow up, and I'm like, you are a hot mess, babe.
Yep.
Yeah. No, and somebody were like, what's bringing you joy right now? Oh, it's cat in the box, it's cat on the sofa, it's in the morning where she paws at me till I roll over so she can sleep in my spot. She wants the pre-warmed spot. She's been up against the cold window. So then I have really cold, it's -20. The windows get a little frosty, guys. And I have a really cold cat right against my head. I'm like, hello.
Good morning.
But will she get under the covers? No, we don't like covers.
No.
Jeez. It's when I come home and she goes, you've left the house. And I don't care if it was to buy me cat food. You go to bed right now and I'm wrapping all of my legs around your leg and you go nowhere. Because you are in constant monitor supervision. I feel like I'm in solitary confinement. Can't even go to the kitchen. Just right behind me. Stalker. That's what I live with. I have a companion. It's an important thing.
Okay, next question. What is your zodiac sign?
We are both Pisces.
We are.
We are in fact born a day apart. To different mothers on several different spacing of years.
Yep.
Which works out fine. Which was delightful when we figured that out and discovered that. Because I was dating one brother, you were dating the other brother, and their older sister's husband. We all figured out all three of us were Pisces. And I was like, well, I'm sure it says something that the three of us are Pisces. I'm just not sure what it says.
I know, you're the one with the certificates and star charts and stuff.
I am. Have I looked it up? No.
You really should, because I'm sure it's very amusing.
It's got to say something, because all three siblings have different zodiac signs.
And they all went for a Pisces.
And they all had long-term relationships with a Pisces. Or have. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's got to say something. I don't know what it is. Because, listen, I got that the astrology sign one was like 21. It's over a decade ago, guys. They'd be rusty skills. Rusty skills. Hey, listen, I've got Zodiac Pisces tattooed on my shoulder. And I quite like my Zodiac sign. I'm quite endeavored to it. And I'm not a huge fan of all of the iconography for it, like all of the pictures for Pisces, but I do like some of them.
I just felt kind of meh about Pisces.
Yeah?
It's fish.
That's
Fish
fair.
aren't especially attractive.
They really aren't. You get some really beautiful constellation description ones. Because if you just get the stars, where it's just the star points, this actually looks quite pretty. You get the star points with a nice swoop, because then it's technically like the fish are the two half curves in the H, and then the binding part in the middle is where the tails connect.
Okay.
And then that can look quite beautiful, depending on the like calligraphy style type of print that you've gone with.
All right.
Like, that'll look quite beautiful. But I mean, we're honest. My Chinese sign is Year of the Boar. I'm a gregarious pig.
I don't know. I think I'm a goat.
I don't know what your Chinese zodiac sign is. I can't.
I'm 90% sure it's goat.
I struggle to remember how old you are, because it's not my age, and I can't remember my own age half the time. So
That's okay. I don't remember my age either.
I usually have to look at my sister and go, "How old are you?" She just looks at me. I'm like, "I don't remember how old I am right now," and she's like, "Oh, I'm this years old." Cool. Add 2 years.
I have to remember what year it is and then do math.
That's how I do my mom's.
It stops being important after a while.
It really does.
I never understood that as a kid. How could you not know how old you
were? Yeah, now you're like,
it's so important, and then at some point it stops being important. It's just another year.
It's just another year.
As long as you get the first digit right, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, pretty much. My favorite is my mom's like, yeah, what wedding anniversary year is it? And I have to sit there and think really hard, because I am technically 4 years younger than the amount of time my parents have been married.
Okay.
And it's hard to remember that all the time, because I wasn't around for the whole wedding part. Having not been born yet. If you think about it, I'm 36, and I turned 36 in March. My parents celebrated their 40th wedding anniversary in November. It's just math. But again, my sister's 2 years my junior, and I still have to go upstairs and ask her how old she is from time to time, because I can't remember how old I am. And we do the math. Or we call mom. Because we can't. Look at her go, I have no idea today. So we'll call her mom and be like, how old are we? I was like, what do you mean, how old are you? I'm like, well, you're a mother. You should remember these things. Gave birth to us. It's going to stand out in your memory more than ours.
Wow.
It's bad, you guys.
Wow.
I have a birthday party every year. I can't always tell you how old I am at the time.
No, we stopped putting numbers on the cake eventually, so it just doesn't matter anymore.
I would put 37 candles on my cake, but I generally don't get a cake that big.
I think the cake would just be on fire at that point.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, I would go to look for other numbers, but if I'm honest, I usually go out for dinner. So everybody's ordering individual desserts. So they can all have what they want for dessert. And I can have what I want for dessert. Which is the other reason I was thinking Italian for my birthday this year, because that one place we took your Mr. Diana to when he started working at those new offices, that Italian place.
Yeah.
And that was mile high desserts.
I don't remember the food specifically. I remember it was good. I just don't remember what it was.
Oh, they're really good Italian food. And they have ginormous pieces of really well done cake, or, you know, lighter Italian fare if you want for dessert. So I want their all the way gonna kill you mile high chocolate cake slice. In my mind, there's no other option.
Okay. I'm a fan of panna cotta myself.
Okay. That's fair. It's good. All right. What's next?
What scares you about aging?
I don't know, Diana. What scares you about aging?
I don't know. This one, I feel like this one's gonna get deep after the lighthearted Zodiac one, but I don't know. We've got quite a number of elderly health issues in my family. Like we've got some diabetes, a whole lot of cancer, some
Diabetes
Parkinson's, gallstones, dementia, like
there's a lot.
Yeah, broken hips.
That can just happen.
Yeah. But still that involves...
Technically don't have to be old for that to happen.
It still involves a certain amount of, like, bone density lacking and... Basically, yeah, so I've got a lot of cancer and Parkinson's and diabetes to look forward to.
Or not.
Or not. I'm really
genetics is fun.
Because genetics is fun, as we determined, so that's what scares me.
That's fair.
What about you?
I was like, I'm waiting for a prompt. I usually just start talking over her, so it's fine. Make you use those Toastmaster skills, ma'am.
Segue. What scares you about aging, Jocelyn?
Finishing going blind.
I thought that might be your answer.
Yeah. Yeah, I am not enjoying this process. For all of the light jovialness I try to put into it. Ugh. And it's happening a lot faster than it did to my mom. So odds are pretty good my mom will have more usable vision left in the spectrum than I will before she passes. So like it's going hard and fast. So it's a lot of adaptations to your lifestyle, which I knew were coming. We just didn't know were coming this fast. So it's the speed at which I'm being forced to adjust, not so much the adjustments themselves. It's not fun. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, there's diabetes. There's other things about getting old that I'm not super excited or looking forward to. But some of them, it's just like, some of them are like badges of honor. Like when I get up and parts of my body hurt, and because I've lived, I've done things. Like I've had adventures, and some of them have gone well, and some of them have gone poorly. And I pay the price for that. But I mean, and those don't bother me. Not as much. I also, things like wrinkles and laugh lines, I've earned those. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I'm not terribly concerned about those white hairs.
Nope.
I keep thinking I should maybe, like, just leave my gray hairs out when I get my hair dyed, but there's just not quite enough of them to go to the trouble of trying to take them out. Mom
just stopped dyeing her hair now because she's got enough gray hair that it's not kind of spotty. So it's just coming in really nice now. So it just looks like there are gray highlights all through her hair now.
Okay.
Which looks really good. So I think I'll do the same thing because I like the way she did that. So it's when I got to the point where there was enough that I wasn't literally the random gray hair. Now she's just going silver. Okay. Silver white really nicely. So I was like, yeah, I like her plan. I think I'll do her plan.
Seems like an alright plan.
Mm-hmm. I was like, you're not going to see what you care. I'm like, it doesn't matter that I can't see it. It's what we're doing, lady. Next question. Nobody needs down and dump stuff.
What is your favorite holiday?
Well, okay, guys, really? You need
If we don't know at this point.
Do you need me to answer? It's Halloween, you guys. Halloween is the best. It's so good. It is my favorite. I have the most Halloween totes. I love Halloween yarn. I love Halloween stuff. I hate scary movies. Don't ask. It's my idiosyncrasy and I'm comfortable with it. I have Halloween carols that I can make people sing if they want candy. I like the Halloween finger foods, and I like making the treats and the desserts, and I like doing the all of the sort of core pagan rituals that existed before Halloween existed. Like I enjoy all of the history behind it as well too. So Halloween.
I like Christmas. It has the best food.
That's fair. I could see an argument for Christmas having the best food. Christmas has turkey.
Also, twinkly lights. I enjoy twinkly lights
Twinkly
and
lights
food.
are good. Twinkly lights are good. This year, our Christmas involves cherry surprises with whiskey.
I'm looking forward to helping you with this.
Yep, I'm gonna need some assistance on that one.
Okay, I can help.
Boy.
It'll be a sacrifice, but
You can do it?
Yeah.
You'll take one for the team?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
All right, next question. What is your guilty pleasure?
Do you have a guilty pleasure?
I don't know. I don't tend to feel terribly guilty about stuff.
That's fair. I like sappy romantic love story movies. Like Made in Manhattan. Bride and Prejudice, which is a Pride and Prejudice remake set in Bollywood. Like
I tried to borrow that one from you, and I don't
have a DVD player.
I don't have a DVD player, and none of my disc drives on computers would read it. They just didn't even acknowledge there was a disc in there.
It's one of those ones where it's a night you can't face yourself to go home and sit alone by yourself. Come here, bring some dinner, we'll put Bride and Prejudice on, and we will laugh our keisters off.
Okay.
Because I have many things that read DVDs. We can have it on the big screen. Not a problem.
So it's not really guilty pleasure, but when I'm homesick, I like to watch the dumbest anime I can find, but I will freely admit that, so it's not really a guilty pleasure.
Dances with Devils.
Did I watch that one?
I have no idea, but if you haven't, you need to.
I feel like I did.
I
Was that the musical?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good! So bad! So good!
Yeah, musicals, ridiculous romances,
and bad voice acting, and all
the drama,
just
high school,
melting potted to this beautiful, beautiful B level anime. It's just,
I thoroughly enjoy that.
So
I don't think I have any guilty pleasures.
Mine is people make a lot, given how fairly practical and like, why would you do romantic things I am? People tend to make fun of me for it. Just fine. They don't make as much fun of me for reading romance novels as they do for watching romantic comedies. I don't know why.
No sense.
Makes no sense, guys.
Alright.
Alright.
On the topic of shows, what do you like to binge watch?
Anime.
Anime.
Do I have to do a specific TV show? I think we have to do a specific TV show.
Yes.
Do you have a specific TV show? Because if it's a specific TV show, it's not anime.
Binge watch.
Can't get enough of.
What have I binge watched recently? Silicon Valley. There was that one that was so good that Chris and I binged it while we were on our honeymoon.
I have no idea what you guys watched while you were on your honeymoon.
Oh, it was that one with Gillian Anderson where she's like a sex therapist.
Okay.
And it follows her teenage son and how he sort of accidentally becomes a sex therapist for his friends.
Oh, on the Netflix.
Yeah.
I watched that. What's it called?
Yeah.
Oh, Sex Ed?
Maybe. Anyway, we enjoyed that one so much we watched the whole thing while we were on our honeymoon in another country.
I did watch that. That was funny. I did enjoy it. I didn't binge it, but I did enjoy it. I recommended it to Mom.
I don't think I've ever, like, re-watched a show and just, like, had it on in the background like this question probably means. I don't do that.
Stargate Atlantis. I will continually put on. There's 10 freaking seasons of it, and I will re-watch it at least once a year. So, yeah.
I don't think I've ever re-watched a show.
Super binge-worthy? Yeah. Well, it's like I do...
Maybe Downton Abbey. I think I rewatched maybe a couple of seasons of Downton Abbey.
That's fair. That's a good one, too. Yeah, Stargate Atlantis, Babylon 5, and Gilmore Girls. I have rewatched enough. I can parody the words the actors say. It's a lot of watching.
I haven't been able to do that with something since...
Star Trek, Deep Space Nine. They're all older. Catching on the theme. But binge-worthy, yeah. I tend to find right now, for me, anime is quite binge-worthy.
We're watching Deep Space Nine right now.
I literally just finished a rewatch of Fairy Tail. That's 9 seasons of anime.
Ooh, that's a big watch.
It's a big watch.
Alright. This one I wrote down, Everyday Carry ×1. I believe it was worded as, what is the one thing you can't leave the house without?
Yeah. What's the one thing you can't leave the house without? Don't say keys.
My phone? Knitting.
Really?
My phone, knitting.
Where's the interesting stuff?
Interesting stuff. I always...
Weird, quirky. It'd be like me saying I carry Kleenex. Well, duh, I'm allergic to everything.
Okay.
Of course I carry Kleenex.
I usually have a laptop on me.
That's
Because
not
coder.
a terribly common item.
I also typically have a set of polyhedral dice on my person.
That's another good one. Yeah. You know which one came to my mind?
What?
Tea.
See, I did always have tea on me until I got my bag was stolen on the honeymoon, and then I lost my tea kit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that really nice tea kit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But see, polyhedral dice in a nice chainmail dice bag.
Yeah.
Always on my person.
Yeah. I carry around a little bag of different types of tea I can drink. Because there's corn in some tea brands. There's actually corn in a lot of tea brands. Some of them have tea, specific types of tea that I can have. And yes, that includes things like David's tea here in Canada. A fair number of them have corn in them.
Which is how I get little packets of tea.
That's how you get little packets of tea. So
I'm
yeah,
okay
that's my sort of weird I carry with me everywhere thing is tea.
Alright.
That's one of the weirder ones that aren't like sort of the basic common ones. Mind you, nowadays like a notebook and a pen and paper pad, that's also kind of weird, and I carry one of those too, so.
Yeah, I always have my bullet journal on me.
Yeah.
This is a utilitarian bullet journal. This isn't one of those fancy watercolor doodly art ones. This is very utilitarian.
Yeah, that's fair.
It is a list of lists.
That
is it.
A list of lists is a good list to list. You should see my list of books to read. It is a list of lists.
I believe it.
Alright, what's up?
Question 16. Are you a morning person or a night person?
I believe you are a fake morning person, you said?
I am a fake morning person. I am naturally nocturnal, but I have convinced myself that operating in the AM hours is more useful for my schedule.
It is. I am, as a teenager, we're all pretty much night people. I am a morning person, so I am more focused, more awake, and generally I have more energy in the morning than I do in the evenings. I tend to slow down a little in the evenings. I like to mellow out more. But get up at 6 in the morning and go swim lanes? Absolutely. Run errands first thing in the morning like crack of dawn? Yeah. Go for breakfast? Yeah. Do it up. It's right up my alley for things to do.
I've been converted. I will very easily slip back to being nocturnal if I'm allowed.
Yes.
But I do see the glory of being a morning person. I do understand.
Good. Try it. The important part is that you give it an honest try.
I'm still doing it. I still enjoy nights, but
that's fine.
Mornings are good too.
Well, after a while, it's not that big of a deal. Like I stay up late Thursday evenings, and it's not. Yeah, it doesn't set my schedule off or anything.
You just get up and go about your day, and you're a little bit tired.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah. So
drink a little more coffee that day.
Well, no, but yeah. All right, number 17.
17. Favorite movie genre.
I think you said Disney.
Yeah, I was questioning whether Disney was a movie genre.
Yes.
I'm talking like your animated Disney and animated Disney musicals.
Animated Disney musicals?
Yeah, maybe that's my guilty pleasure.
Maybe.
Mm.
You don't talk about it often. So
I don't watch them often, but I want to.
Possibly. For me, be science fiction fantasy movies. The made-for-TV, bad science fiction fantasy movies. In fact, the more bad it is, the better. Like, dudes and dragons. Bad.
That sounds bad.
It's atrocious. I loved it. The mythological one I watched. I will look it up for Diana so she can link it for you guys down below. Kevin Sorbo plays the wise old sage teaching the new young necromancer upcoming in the fantasy before she starts on her adventure, and it's a D&D adventure sort of idea. Like that level of just what am I watching? I can't. My mom raised me on these things.
Sounds along the lines of Knights of Badassdom.
Yeah. And if anybody can find a digital copy of Darkest Night and Darkest Night 2, you're welcome. Your brain will rot out your ears.
Okay.
Sounds
perfect.
It is the best thing I have ever watched while being sick in my life. No thought required. That's my favorite genre is B science fiction fantasy. Like if you want me to go watch a bad sci-fi end of the world, the volcanoes exploded and the science is wrong and they're running away in the RV, and it's the I'm all over it. I love them so much. My mom and me.
Okay, so what's your take on Sharknado 1 through 18 or however many there are now?
I watched 1 and 2. I haven't watched the rest.
I think there's like 5 now.
I gave up after 2. But guys, I don't watch many sequels of anything. The only series I have watched all the sequels of is the Marvel movies.
I have not done that.
I have not accomplished anything. I haven't even watched all the Star Wars movies. I'm not good at these things.
I can't keep up with these cinematic universes. I just don't care enough.
Yeah, it's pretty much how I think. Even with the made-for-TV movie ones or the movie ones, I'm just like, I watched Mulan. Did I watch Mulan too? Yeah. Did I watch...
There's a Mulan too?
Yeah.
I didn't watch that.
I watched that one. Well, how else are you supposed to know if the soldier dudes with Mulan find their true loves?
Oh, well, this sounds very important to know.
There's more music and singing. And Mushu,
okay.
Come on.
Oh, it's okay. Well, I gotta get on this then. I had no idea there was a second one.
We have to get Disney Plus. I have to get Disney Plus.
Okay.
You know why? Darkwing Duck's on it.
Oh my god.
And gargoyles. Everyone's like, get up for Star Wars! I'm like, could care less. Darkwing Duck! I'm getting you. And I called my mom. I was like, we have to get Disney Plus. She's like, why am I gargoyles?
Might be able to convince Chris to get it for gargoyles.
My mom's like, don't care about Star Wars, dude. I'm like, not even remotely. I want to see what other old cartoons they have on there. And they'll have some of the classic stuff too. So like I can watch the Robin Hood where Robin Hood's a fox, which I grew up watching as a kid. I can still sing a lot of the songs. So I'm just like, that. I think that's why I would have Disney Plus. So I'm waiting till after that first big rush and a lot of the kinks get worked out. Yeah. I'm going to join in the new year. So.
Okay. I might also get it, to be honest.
I know. Gargoyles.
All right. Question 18.
Mm-hmm.
What was your last purchase?
we decided Diana bought a pattern while she was sitting here on the couch.
I bought a knitting pattern.
She was supposed to be looking up another pattern.
I bought
to
the
check the
Comfort
details.
Cardi pattern.
That way it counts for your 20 for 20. She bought it before 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had my period this week, you guys, in overshare, because we were doing a lot of recording. I'm not gonna lie. I ordered the only fast food restaurant I can order from, and I ate a big old McDonald's meal, and I have no guilt about it. It was exactly what I wanted. It was salty, it was heavy, it was greasy, and it was just absolute good comfort food when you feel just kind of meh and tired as all get out because of your menstruation, and you just want. For some people that's pizza. For some people it's other things and stuff. And most of the times I don't want it, but I was like, nope.
Salt and vinegar chips for me.
Ooh, hey, yeah. I'm like, no, I want chicken nuggets, and I want the big drink, and I want those fries, and that is what I ordered.
Honestly, you're making me hungry right now.
We have more lentil curry.
Yeah, but that's not fast food.
It's not fast food. I understand. All right, what's next?
Are you an introvert or an extrovert?
I believe my joking reply was forced introvert.
Is that like how I'm a fake morning person?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Fake introvert?
Fake introvert. I am by nature an extrovert. I am by the means in which I am limited in mobility and my accessibility to things a introvert. Yay!
I'm gonna go opposite. I'm a fake extrovert.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an introvert that wants desperately to be an extrovert, and I've learned how to fake it for certain periods of time.
You do really good, especially if you have your hat. Which we have to take the hat to knitting conventions now.
The brother-in-law gave me the best compliment the other day.
Oh, what was that?
He said I was the bravest shy person he's ever met.
That's delightful. And he probably looked awkward while he was saying it.
Absolutely.
I adore that boy. It's okay, he was trying to tell me the other week that he found me inspirational without actually using the word inspirational because he knows how much I hate disabled people being inspirational porn for able-bodied people. Drives me nuts. He's like, I don't, but it's, I'm like, just spit it out, it's fine. Like, you're not patting me on the head because I've ordered a cup of coffee or tied my shoes. He's like, no. I'm like, it's fine. That's when I get offended. Not because I'm actually challenging myself to do things that are scary. He's like, yeah, in the moment. He's like, I'm having a panic attack. He doesn't let me walk on my own in the dark. You know, I'm going to give people gray hairs or ulcers, you guys. I try not to do it too often. I got lectured because I fell off the curb earlier.
Yeah.
Or late last week, Friday last week. Sort of missed the curb and off I went.
You don't do that.
Oopsies. It's not like I plan on it.
All right. Last question?
Yeah.
Question number 20. What is your favorite book?
I don't know, Diana, what's your favorite book?
If we're going by books I have read the most times, probably one of the Harry Potter ones.
Wow, that's a huge size difference. Do you know which Harry Potter one, though? I'm going to leave screen, guys. Oops,
probably because I used to, whenever a new book was coming out, I used to reread the entire series, and I think I did that up to the 5th book. Okay. So probably book 2 or 3 I've read the most times. I'm going to go with 3.
Chamber of Secrets was 2, and The Prisoner of Azkaban was 3.
Yeah.
What I need to do is find the right book. The Prisoner of Azkaban was good. I liked that one. Chamber of Secrets was cute. My favorite is book 7.
Book 7. I read that one so fast. I need to reread the entire Harry Potter series, honestly.
Hey, this will be fun. You catch?
Yes.
There's that teddy bear I was talking about the other day. The one that used to be my great-grandmother's coat.
He's so cute.
Yeah. I've had him since I was 12, because my great-grandmother passed away when I was 12. My grandmother's mother. Actually, my grandmother's adopted mother.
So cute.
Yeah, my grandmother's biological mother's still around, I think. I don't recall. I've never met the lady. I never had much interest in it, so.
I have that book, and I started reading it, and then I stopped reading it.
For
some reason. I think I got distracted.
Probably. But you wanted to know what my favorite, all-time favorite book is. What book do I always recommend all the time when people say I need to get into fantasy? Cursed Shields Dart.
Okay.
By Jocelyn Carey.
I will read that next year.
This is the first in a trilogy of 3 trilogies, which sounds so complicated. She wrote 3 books, which completes an entire story arc. These also qualify for Tome Topple books because they're over 500 pages each. And I mean, the font's not bad.
No, that's
size-wise.
Entirely reasonable.
But I have had this book so long. This poor dust jacket never goes out when I loan the book out. It's still showing quite a bit of wear and tear because I bought it when it first came out in hardcover. Because I bought it, I'd rented it at the library, loved it, bought it, and I bought every other one in hardcover for her Cursed Shields Dart trilogy series. So for Phaedra Nondolane, and if you guys are regular listeners to the podcast, you'll also know my cat's name, Phaedra. And that's where cat name came from. From Phaedra. So I have this. I have the 2nd and the 3rd book in the first trilogy. I have the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd book in the 2nd trilogy. And I have the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd book in the 3rd trilogy. Which makes it a generational story by the 3rd trilogy. Because you move away from the primary characters and you move to the generation after. So that's it. The other reason I named my cat Phaedra is because the love interest for Phaedra Nondolane is Jocelyn, who is a warrior monk. That's my name, and I thought that was amazing. It's also why, like, if I ever got a second cat, I would rename it to Elquin, which is Phaedra's companion as a child, like her brother, stepbrother, and they grew up together as companions. Yeah, or Hyacinth, but I figured I could yell Elquin better when the cat gets in trouble. Yeah. So, favorite book. Right up there. Now, don't get me wrong, I have other books that I love and I recommend all the time, but when it's just a generalized, I need a recommendation, Diana can tell you I tend to go for this one. Yeah. Yeah. Whereas, like, people are like, oh, but I like, you know, like, more science fiction or urban stuff, so then I'll go like, okay, Hamilton or the other ones, but I've been reading this series since it first started coming out. Mind you, I've been reading the Hamilton series since it first started coming out, too, so that's a 20-year-long plus series.
Would you like your bear?
Yes, I'll take my great-grandmother's bear, and you just put it here. It lives on a shelf. I also have a Tickle Me Cookie Monster somewhere. I don't know where it is right now.
I'm not even going to ask. I'm not going to question
Remember the Tickle Me Elmos?
Yeah.
Except my favorite Sesame Street character was Cookie Monster. So my dad was so excited because he came out with a Cookie Monster shortly after Elmo, so he bought me a Tickle Me Cookie Monster one year for Christmas. I was a teenager. Like, out of teenager years teenager.
Oh dear.
Yeah. I was old enough we were making jokes about adult toys being gifted to me by my parents because the box vibrated.
I bet that's really not what you were expecting in that box.
Same room as my grandparents. Knowing my father, it really could have been one of those things. Cause I must have been over 18 then. Yeah, I really could have been one of those things. We got the running story about my sister receiving one for her birthday, realizing what it was and hucking it across the table at her grandfather. This is the kind of family I live with, people. It's very open about these things.
Your family is a lot more open than mine.
My family is a delightful hodgepodge. I was like, oh, where'd you go drinking on your 18th birthday? Well, I started at noon with my grandmother. Why? We went for lunch. Did you drive home? No. No, I did not drive home. They were determined. I drank on and off all day, went out with my friends in the evening, came home afterwards, got up with Dad and went to work next morning. Whatever, it's fine.
Yeah.
You drink enough water and you eat well, you're fine. It's not a problem.
Absolutely.
Alright, that was my favorite book. I had to go get it. I was like, oh, I have the book still. That'll probably be like one of the last books I give away or get rid of, is that series. And I mean, I can't read it anymore. I have to do it on Audible. I have to have it read to me, which is terribly depressing because I can't hold the book anymore, but I can't bring myself to get rid of the book, so.
It's still a nice looking book.
It's held up well, considering how often it's been reread, loaned out, brought back, traveled around, moved to different places. It's moved provinces. It's been with me for a while, you guys.
Yeah, I just gotta go the Harry Potter series because I literally grew up with Harry Potter. I was like a year younger than Harry Potter or something. So like, it was a very special time in my life, a very special series of books.
My niece inherited the ones that I did have. I didn't have the complete series. But now I've gotten used to Jim Dale reading it to me.
Jim Dale is fantastic. That might be how I redo the Harry Potter series because, oh my goodness, Jim Dale.
Jim Dale.
Jim Dale.
Oh, such a good narrator. All right, I think that's it.
That is it.
So there's 20 random things that you didn't know about us. Or, okay, honestly, the Halloween you would have known anyway. 20 random things you might not have known about us. Diana is super patiently working. I'm hungry, so I'm going to eat my dinner now. Because she ate dinner earlier. Late lunch. It happens. And I'm going to say until next week, I'm Jocelyn.
And I'm Diana.
And no matter where your week takes you, don't forget to knit. Because we've learned that if Diana doesn't have the whole spiel, she can follow along.